Chance to go undefeated would mean a chance to do something great that a lot of teams haven't done before.
Winning a national championship would mean the world because it's something I've been working on since I was 6 years old.
Oh, showtime! Beautiful looking stroke. Thomas with the jam. Bring it on, big man! Point Loma going to the national championship. Northwest Missouri State undefeated and going to the national championship game. We were born for this. We were born for this. CBS Sports presents the NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Championship, presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Today, for the D2 crown, Point Loma, the 6th seed, takes on undefeated Northwest Missouri State. In this game, you'll see the D2 Player of the Year, a young man who's receiving NBA interest, Dalton Thomas, against a talented freshman from Northwest in Trevor Hudgens, who had 27 in the semifinal win on Thursday night. I'll look at the brackets in Division II, and it was a 10-point win for Point Loma, moving on to face the top seed Northwest Missouri State here today. And hi everyone, welcome to Evansville, Indiana with former Villanova coach Steve Lapis. I'm Andrew Catalan. Jenny Dell is with us as well. It's a great day of college basketball, and it starts on CBS right now with us crowning a champion, Coach.
Well, you think about this. Back in October, 300 D2 teams started practicing. We've come down to this. 2 teams, 1 title at stake, and we're going to know in 2 hours. Let's bring it on right now.
And 0 losses for Northwest Missouri State. They are undefeated, and they get it done on both ends of the floor.
No doubt about it. They have been great offensively all year because to be undefeated, you have to be great on both ends. But it's their defense that has been great in this Elite Eight. They're only giving up 53 points a game. And like most great defensive teams, they put good pressure on the ball, and they always see the ball and see their man. But they know how to take advantage of passing lanes. Trevor Hudgens here, their terrific point guard, is going to make this steal and go all the way. They get some points off their defense, no doubt.
Point Loma can really shoot it. What do they do best offensively?
Great spacing on offense. This team is very unselfish, and they love to get the ball into one of their 2 low-post players. They lead the nation in points on passes out of the post. They also cut very well and are very unselfish. This team is very tough in the half court offensively.
Should be a good one coming up on CBS. Starting lineups, opening tip coming your way right after this.
NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Championship presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is sponsored by AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing. Subway. Now delivering to your front door. AARP. Real possibilities. And by Enterprise, where you can rent, buy, or share.
Tuesday, 9/8 Central. Catch a new FBI. Only CBS.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Evansville, Indiana for the Division II Men's Basketball National Championship. And now let's meet the teams. First, the Point Loma Sea Lions. Deep three. Good! Thomas three. Looking and wow, what a feed. Senior. Everly, the reverse lay-in for the senior. Oh! Starting today for the number 6 seed Point Loma Sea Lions. At guard, a senior from La Habra, California, number 3, Josh Rodriguez. At guard, a senior from Vancouver, Washington, number 11, Tanner Nelson. At center, a senior from Washington, North Carolina, number 23, Ziggy Satterwhite. At forward, a junior from Linden, Washington, number 34, Dalton Hamas. And at forward, a senior from Wildemar, California, number 1, Preston Beverly. The head coach of the Sea Lions, Ryan Looney. Now, let's meet the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. One hand! It comes in again! Puts him on a poster! Right past him! Boy, this guy is a jet. Starting today for the number 1 seed, Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. At forward, a junior from Parkville, Missouri, number 44, Ryan Welty. At forward, a sophomore from Atlantic, Iowa, number 33, Ryan Hawkins. At guard, a freshman from St. Joseph, Missouri, number 1, Diego Bernard. At guard, a redshirt freshman from Manhattan, Kansas, number 12, Trevor Hudgens. And at guard, a senior from Chanhassen, Minnesota, number 30, Joey Wittis. The head coach of the Bearcats, Ben McCullum. And our Jenny Dell is with both head coaches, Ryan Looney and Ben McCullum.
All right, Coach, looking to close out an undefeated season. What do the Bearcats need to do today to finish with a national championship title?
Play really, really well. We'll do what we've done the whole season and just compete, and that's really all you can ask for. I mean, you can't really change much now after this long a season.
Good luck, Coach. Coach Looney, this is your first national championship appearance. What would a win today mean for the Sea Lions program?
It means so much for our players. It's been a short journey over 3 years to get to this point. I'm excited for them to have this opportunity, but what a huge day for our university.
Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Looney's 3rd year as head coach, but only the 5th year that Point Loma has been D2 eligible. Prior to that, they were an NAIA school. Good crowd in Evansville. There are a number of Northwest Missouri State fans who made the approximately 7.5-hour trip from Maryville, Missouri. But Point Loma well represented as well. Even though San Diego is close to 2,000 miles away, a number of Sea Lion fans are here, and there are 25 watch parties across 12 different states to watch this championship game, rooting on the Sea Lions. Randall Anders, Chris Hudson, Michael Griffith are today's officials. And we are underway in Evansville. Point Loma in the green uniforms. They control the opening tip.
And one thing we will see, both these teams play primarily man-to-man defense, and both are very good at it. The other thing to watch in this game, two of the best half-court offensive teams in the country. Point Loma, number 17, and you see that defense there by Northwest Missouri State. Point Loma, number 17 in half-court offense. Northwest Missouri State, number 1 in half-court offense.
Ryan Hawkins got a hand on that one. The shot clock is at 10. First ever meeting between these two schools. Rodriguez driving, trying to use the glass, and he does.
Rodriguez made the biggest shot of the game in the semifinals the other day, a little floater in the lane, so he likes to get in the lane and make those shots.
That was not an easy game for Point Loma. They played Southern Indiana, which is located here in Evansville. There was a crowd of about 6,000. It was basically a road game for Point Loma, and they won by 10.
That was a tough environment for these kids to have to play when they think they're going to be in a neutral court.
Here's the senior Preston Beverly, guarded by Hawkins. Beverly comes up short, and Hawkins with his 328th rebound of this season. That is a school record at Northwest Missouri State. Here is Wittes, handing off Bernard. They work it around Welty, who's a good three-point shooter. Bernard takes it in for 2.
What a great cut. One thing about Bernard, he is so fast, and he just got in the lineup today. He's been hurt. He was hurt in the Elite 8 quarterfinal game.
Did not play Wednesday night in the quarterfinals because of a calf injury. Came off the bench in Thursday's semifinal win, and he's back in the starting lineup tonight.
Those two guards are freshmen, and they are terrific on both ends.
Great feed, Rodriguez to Ziggy Satterwhite.
You know, this Point Loma team is kind of old-fashioned. They play with 2 inside guys who don't really shoot threes. Both, they throw it into the post a lot, whereas Northwest Missouri will play 5 guys out because they can all shoot.
Here's Wittes. He can shoot 44% from deep.
Yeah, this is going to be a challenge for Beverly and Satterwhite to go out and chase the 4 and 5 men of Northwest Missouri State.
And Wittes also playing with an injury today. Suffered a left hip pointer in the quarterfinals on Wednesday. And Satterwhite, nice move, can't finish inside.
And as you've seen already, they've thrown the ball into the post 3 times in this game. They love to get Satterwhite. He's got a good move. That was a good up and under, just didn't finish it.
Here's Bernard going right to the hoop again, and you talked about his speed, showing it off there.
And right now, you see he's going left all the time. So if you're Point Loma, you got to make him go to his right hand.
Point Loma has won 11 games in a row. Last loss was Valentine's Day against Hawaii Hilo. That 3 won't go for Rodriguez, and an easy rebound for Hawkins. Northwest Missouri State looking for its 2nd title in the last 3 years. They won it in 2017 in Sioux Falls.
A lot of pick and roll offense they run. This kid scores over 20 points a game. He's involved in 20 points. There's Wittes again.
2nd 3 already for Wittes. He now has 112 on the season.
Trevor Hudgens produces 20 points a game, either scoring or passing out of pick and rolls.
8-0 run for the Bearcats, and their fans are loving it here in Evansville. Satterwhite to the ground, gets it over to Hamas. Hamas yet to attempt a shot. He's the D2 Player of the Year. Counted in 1 for Ziggy. And that'll quiet the Bearcats fans.
Yeah, this team is so good, as we said, at getting the ball inside. And one thing about Hawkins, he's the best defender in the league. He was the most outstanding defender in the MIAA conference. He's got to get in front of Satterwhite and not allow him to bury him that deep.
Point Loma went to the free throw line 30 times in Thursday night's win over Southern Indiana. Satterwhite was 4 out of 5 on Thursday. And a chance for a 3-point play.
And you know, when you're Ryan Looney, you have 2 guys that have to chase 2, 4, and 5 men on the perimeter. So what are you going to do? You're going to get it inside early to make them have to pay for playing the way they play.
Satterwhite, a senior from Washington, North Carolina, transferred from North Idaho in his 2nd and final season with Point Loma.
Pick and roll almost every possession because you got a kid like this.
Hudgens gets to the hoop, can't finish. And Satterwade is able to come away with it for the Sea Lions. Here's Dalton Thomas, D2 Player of the Year. Every NBA team has been scouting him this season. There's a lot of talk of what he will do. He's just a junior, what he will do after this game. He's been just focused on the task at hand, but he'll have a lot of decisions coming up as we have a timeout on the floor. 15:35 to go in the Division II Championship game. First half action on CBS.
No one knows what the future of transportation will look like. Robots. But no matter what, Enterprise can help. You can rent a car for a road trip. Look, kids, nature. Oh, wow. You can rent a truck for a move. You can buy a car. Commute in a van pool. Or get picked up because your car is in a pool. My bad. Count on Enterprise, no matter where transportation goes next.
Let's go.
I love the future. How can Enterprise pick you up today?
Sesame and ginger. How did Subway know it's what I wanted? Thank you.
April 18th is National Piñata Day, but you don't need to put on a blindfold and hit a papier-mâché unicorn to get stuff you want. Just become an AARP member. Your AARP membership comes with access to more of what you want, like learning about the latest tech, health tips, nights out at local restaurants, help planning your getaways, and more. So take off the blindfold and join today, because, you know, it's easier without the blindfold. There's lots of stuff in there, and today could be your day to explore it. Learn more at aarp.org/benefits.
Now, another reason Vitafusion is America's #1 gummy vitamin brand. It's the only gummy with clinically proven absorption. So the good stuff really sticks. And they're irresistibly tasty, too. Vitafusion. Vitamin better.
Tip off the Final Four weekend with a star-studded senior showcase. The Reese's College All-Star Game on CBS Sports Network.
Northwest Missouri State is located in Maryville, Missouri, about 90 miles north of Kansas City. Tremendous football program. They've won 6 national titles. Point Loma is located in San Diego. Beautiful campus. Enrollment just over 4,600. Just their 5th season eligible for the Division II playoffs after coming over from NAIA. And right now on campus in San Diego, there's the watch party. All gathered to see if the Sea Lions can win a national title. Meanwhile, one of our camera operators, Scott Malinkov, he's wearing his shirt. He graduated Northwest Missouri State in 1992. Have to keep an eye on Scott, make sure he's not getting too many Sea Lion
He's got to
shots.
work a little bit, too.
Yeah. Apparently not afraid to show that he went to school there. 4-point lead for the Bearcats. Over the last 3 years, Northwest Missouri State is 99-5. Ben McCullum has done a tremendous job. Former Bearcat player, now in his 10th season as head coach.
7 NCAA tournaments in those 10 years. Very aggressive, doubling off these pick and rolls.
Ball was kicked. There's McCullum, who was hired at the age of 27. Here's Rodriguez. He'll take that jumper and knock it down.
Interesting that they have not gotten Hamas a touch yet, really, in this game.
Yeah, has not attempted a field goal. Averages 21 points per game.
If you're going to hedge pick and rolls against this team, you better get back quickly.
Hudgens with the triple.
3 points.
Two excellent three-point shooting teams. Northwest Missouri State 11th in the country as Thomas has the flush. This Point Loma Sea Lions, number 2 in the country, shooting 41% from deep. There's Bernard underneath the basket, and the reverse won't go. Point Loma's used the same starting lineup every game this year. 4 seniors and a junior. 4 of the 5 are transfers, but Ryan Looney has so much trust in this veteran unit.
And Ryan Welty doing a great job on Hamas so far. Can't get a shot off.
Satterweight, no. Hawkins the board. Well, Northwest Missouri State, they'll play it slow. In the NCAA tournament, they average 63 possessions per game. During the regular season, no Division II team averaged fewer than 69 possessions per game. So they're very comfortable walking it up.
Take a look at the great spacing that Northwest Missouri State gets here on their team. Here's where all their guys are. Outside the three-point line, and now they're going to look. They're very good at finding each other. Good job by Hudgens spotting up, and Withers finding it.
4 assists on 5 field goals early on for the Bearcats. Moving it around well. Here's Withers, who's got a couple of threes. Driving in with the left hand, no.
Oh, wow.
And a late whistle. And the Point Loma fans don't like that call.
Wow.
They called on number 1, Beverly. I mean, he laid his hand on him, but that would seem much there. And it's a shooting foul.
Wow.
So it's 2 for Wittes, who's an 85% free throw shooter. And Wittes, with that injured left hip, certainly looks okay so far in this one. If you want your sports news without the yelling and fake debates, stream CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 network. For more highlights, analysis, and picks, download the CBS Sports app today.
That was a tough call to take, no doubt.
First foul on Beverly. 5-point game, 13:30 to go, first half. Point Loma, the 7th different West champion in the last 7 years, as Hamas misfires and the long rebound to Hawkins.
Wow. Now that could have been a foul.
On Beverly, too. Hudgens in the corner, 3 ball, won't go, as Welty could not knock it down. Point Loma tied for a school record with 31 victories this year, matching the 52-53 team.
Normally this team reverses the ball like they are doing as good as anybody that you'll see anywhere in basketball. Great move by Hamas.
And the finish for Dalton Hamas.
I mean, you see right now, they've got 3 guys that they will put in the low post at any time. That's where they do a lot of their damage.
Of the 6 field goals for Point Loma, 5 have come in the paint. They were plus 14 in the paint Thursday night against Southern Indiana. Wittes off-balance shot, won't go, and there's Hamas for the board.
Point Loma also does a very good job of defending the paint. They put their heels on the three-point line and don't let you drive it.
Hamas guarded by Welty. Rolls it into his buddy from elementary school, Sterling Summers. Those two grew up together in Linden, Washington. Now 5 on the shot clock. McKenzie 3 is good. He was just 1 of 10 from deep in the NCAA tournament, but the freshman hits his first attempt of the day.
He's capable because he's a 43% shooter during the season.
First triple today for the Sea Lions.
Great
Welty cuts and finishes. Welty's been quiet this week in Evansville. 3 points in the quarterfinals and held to 3 again in the semifinals. But a dunk here to put the Bearcats back up by 2. And a foul on the perimeter is going to go on Northwest. Championship game on CBS, the D2 title between Point Loma and Northwest Missouri State.
Every stage needs a star. Every road needs a ruler. Rise above with the Escalade and the uncompromising Cadillac SUVs.
Sonic's Double Stuffed Oreo Waffle Cone, made from Oreo wafers, layered with sweet Oreo cream, real ice cream, and Oreo cookie pieces. Talk about Oreo overload. Try one before they're gone, and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
I can't believe it.
What, that Ernie Johnson decided to play in this year's tournament?
Elevator Ernie Johnson.
No, I can't believe how easy it was for me to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
You do not want this smoke, young fella.
You know, EJ did put up some solid numbers as center for his middle school.
Ah, foot cramp. Oh, stretch it out. Stretch it out.
What a game night.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And with that, why don't you give us some insight from your days as a player?
I'm a happily married man now, Ken, so I hardly think those stories would be appropriate.
From your days as a basketball player, Phil.
Oh, heavens, why? Those are boring.
Just okay is not okay, whether it's announcers or wireless networks. AT&T is America's best wireless network, according to America's biggest test. Now with 5G Evolution, the first step to 5G. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Fried egg, crispy bacon, brioche bun. The brunch burger is a win because now I can have brunch whenever I want.
It's a real brunch of champions.
Oh, you referring to these old things?
No, I was referring to the burger.
Get the Sonic Brunch Burger or quarter-pound double cheeseburger and tots for $2.99. Going fast.
We're lawyers. We have to find out what happened.
Justice is whatever happens when the panel reads their verdict.
The Code, series premiere April 9th after NCIS.
Welcome back to the Ford Center. The Sea Lions down by 2. Now, can you imagine getting set up to play one-on-one with an NBA All-Star? Well, that's exactly what happened to Dalton Thomas last summer. So Gordon Hayward of the Boston Celtics, he was rehabbing that gruesome leg and ankle injury and needed someone to practice with. Well, it turns out he has the same trainer as Thomas. So Thomas became the first player to have consistent one-on-one battles with Hayward and helped him prepare for his comeback. I spoke with Hayward. He told me he was very impressed by Thomas. When I asked if he could see Dalton in the NBA someday, Hayward said he's got all the tools, the size, he can shoot. In this day and age, being able to space the floor and be big like that, I see potential. Now, Thomas said he was just happy to be a part of the rehab process and that it was a really good experience to go against someone so established. And guys, Hayward's been keeping up. He told me Dalton's had a killer year. I'm rooting for him all the way.
Yeah, Jenny, every NBA team has scouted Dalton Thomas this year. He's a junior, and his options for next year are intriguing as Beverly misfires. He could be a Division I grad transfer if he chooses. He could turn pro, NBA, overseas. He could stay at Point Loma. He hasn't commented much about his future, only focusing on this game and this season.
The fact that he's got the size and such a quick release and the way he shoots it, there's a place for him in basketball after college.
2-point game as we approach the midway point of the first half. Bernard step back three. And the offensive rebound to Welty.
Bernard is the weakest three-point shooter on the team, and he's 33%. That's passable. The rest of these guys are over 40.
All 5 starters for the Bearcats have hit at least 43s this season. And it's a new starting lineup. They lost 3 senior starters off last year's team. Hawkins doesn't get the high bounce. Welty fighting for another board. Tangled up, and a foul is called on Welty.
Wow, that was great hustle by Ryan Welty that time. I don't know. That's not a foul. They both had their hands on the ball. You have a right to continue to fight for it. He didn't push him or anything. Wow.
That's the second foul on Ryan Welty, so he goes to the bench.
He is the leading active three-point shooter in all Division II, 51% for his career. Not having him out there definitely hurts their offense in the half court.
Kirk Finley is coming to the game to replace Welty, who sits with those 2 fouls.
Finley guarding Thomas in the low post. They needed to get him a touch there.
There's Rodriguez cutting through the lane. Fans wanted to travel, no call. Rodriguez couldn't get it done. And the rebound secured by Joey Wittes. Wittes, an NABC All-American and the Conference Player of the Year for Northwest Missouri State.
Nobody in the lane right now. 5 guys out on the perimeter for Northwest Missouri State.
Clean game so far. No turnovers in this one.
Well, Northwest Missouri State averaged like 7.5. I've never seen that.
There we go. Obviously, we jinxed it. A travel is called and a turnover by the Bearcats.
We're talking about how they lead Division II, only 7.5 turnovers a game, and as soon as you say it, they turn it over.
9 minutes to go first half.
Let's keep an eye. They got Finley on Hamas, much smaller than Welty is. Not as good a matchup defensively.
And a foul is called on Finley.
The personal foul, Northwest Missouri State, number 5, Finley. His first personal.
See, that's a good call because Finley invaded his space. That's a good call. That's a rule that they're looking at this year. They got to give the offensive player room to dribble, pass, or pivot. That's a good call.
And the officials are going to go to the monitor to see if there was anything flagrant, but doesn't look like there was much contact there.
No, I don't think so. And like I said, that was a good call on Finley for invading the space of Hamas. Right here, he's going to step into him. No, he's making a basketball play there. He's not trying to throw that elbow.
Gene Steratore, our rules analyst in New York. What do you see here, Gene?
I think what we first look at, guys, defense white number 5. He's in the cylinder of the offensive player, so he has put himself in that position. When that offensive player upwardly swing moves at that point to move away, it is a basketball move. So he is making a basketball move. Now, with those two things in play, the contact that he takes to his face, the severity of that, they will use that only a little bit. It feels like a basketball-related play where the defender has put himself into that area, and I would go with a basketball player if I were working that.
All right, Gene, thank you. We're still waiting for our crew, Randall Anders, Chris Hudson, and Michael Griffith, to make the call here. And now they're going to come over.
Call on the floor is a cylinder foul. We're staying with the cylinder foul. That's the call on the floor.
All right, Gene, you nailed it. Foul on the floor and nothing else.
And I think that's a great explanation by that official. And I think the cylinder is the most important part of that. When that defender puts himself that close to the offensive player, he is now putting himself in jeopardy to be contacted. And the basketball player with the ball above his head as well is just trying to make a basketball move. I think it's a really good ruling by these officials.
Yes, that was excellent. I agree.
Thank you, Gene. Team foul number 5 on the Bearcats. Hamas won't go. Tipped out. Right back to Hamas.
Boy, they are closing out on Hamas so fast. Great defense by Hawkins.
Hamas trying to rip it back away. And a tie-up. The possession arrow favors the Bearcats.
Boy, they're making life very difficult for Dalton Hamas right now. That time, Ryan Hawkins, the defensive player of the year in the MIAA. Great job.
And McCollum's team, they have to get their offense going. First 5 minutes, Northwest Missouri State scored 13 points. Last 6.5 minutes, they've only scored 4.
But you know, Andrew, as I know, that Point Loma is a very good defensive team. And that both these teams, they don't get much in transition. This is going to be a grinded-out, half-court game.
Wittes on the attack and a foul. That's going to go on Sterling Summers, his first.
No help comes on the baseline. Wow, I don't know if I saw anything there either.
2 free throws, Northwest Missouri State, number 30, Joey Wittes.
Wittes makes the first free throw. Suffered a left hip pointer in the game against Mercyhurst. That was Wednesday night here in Evansville. And then in the semis on Thursday, he started against St. Anselm. Only played 4 minutes in the first half. We spoke with him yesterday. He said that he went back in the locker room after those first 4 minutes. Training staff worked on him the entire remainder of the first half. And he was able to play in the second half. He finished with 13 points and looks good so far today. He's already got 10.
That time, Ryan Hawkins fronting Satterweight in the post. They couldn't get the ball into him. Great steal. He's 10th in the nation in steals.
Hawkins all the way. Finley fighting for the rebound. Rodriguez has it. Point Loma has turned it over on 2 straight possessions. They trail by 4.
They've got to find a way to get Hamas going in this game. He should be the difference. He's supposed to be the best player on the floor. And Finley is really doing a great job on him, and he's much smaller.
Shot clock's at 5. Rodriguez way off the mark. Satterwhite the offensive board. A fresh shot clock. Rodriguez doesn't wait. Hoists up a 3. Beverly cleans it up inside.
This team is number 6 in Division II in rebound margin. They out-rebound their opponents by 10 a game. Getting on the glass is a big part of their game.
They had missed 6 straight field goals until the putback by the senior Beverly out of Wildemar, California. And we have a whistle inside. It takes us to a timeout. Northwest Missouri State on top by 2.
It's the little things that make life rich. Ritz.
Because winning the next game starts at the end of this one. Recover better with Core Power, the official protein drink of March Madness.
I got this one, guys. Them too. You know how that make me feel. Oh, Chuck, you made a big head in your big head? Well, I call them Chuck emojis. I got one for any game scenario.
Show me the Chuck emoji for when your bracket gets busted.
What about that big-time Cinderella upset?
Oh, Chuckarella.
With a tiara.
Say, Chuck emoji for when you see hot dog? Hello, friends.
I'm head coach Jay Wright, and this is the Lowe's Do It Right playbook. All right, Matt, tell us what you see here.
Notice how he's working the cut grass back onto the lawn. He knows that instead of going into a bag, it can act as a fertilizer and strengthen his yard. He's not green, but his lawn is going to be for a long time.
Yardsmanship is not dead, folks. Not by a long shot.
Craftsman Outdoor Power Equipment is now at Lowe's. Shop now and save on this gas mower.
Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
There's no better two than 2 buddy cops, right, Nan?
What about Dunkin' Go-Tos? 2 egg and cheese wraps for $2.
Oh, yeah. That is a great two.
Get 2 for 2 egg and cheese wraps, 2 for 4 bagels with cream cheese spread, and 2 for 5 bacon, egg, and cheese croissants with Dunkin' Go-Tos. America runs on Dunkin'.
TV's fiercest new competition is not just a race.
No!
It's a chase.
My heart is pumping.
From LeBron James, new $1 Million Mile, Wednesday.
Back in Evansville with our game summary. Northwest Missouri State leading Point Loma by 2. Turnovers at a minimum. Joey Wittes already with 10 points. But as you pointed out, the defense has been tremendous, especially on Dalton Hamas. He's scoreless in the last 5 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, and they've done a great job of making him do what he's doing right there, which is put the ball on the floor. This is a guy that you want to see dribble. You don't want him to have the space where he can catch and shoot the ball because he's a tremendous three-point shooter. He's only attempted 1 3-point shot in the game. You've heard the term, Andrew, chase the guy off the line. They're chasing him off the line by making him drive into the lane. That's good defense by Northwest Missouri State.
Just 4 points so far for the D2 Player of the Year. It was announced on Friday. He will receive his award at the Final Four next week in Minneapolis. Here's Hudgens at the line. And Monday on CBS, it's the Can't Miss hit comedy starring Cedric the Entertainer and Max Greenfield. Come on over to The Neighborhood, Monday at 8/7 Central, only CBS. Let's check in with Jenny Dell.
I was in the Sea Lions huddle. The team clearly frustrated about some of the officiating. Ziggy Satterwhite said, "We can't afford to complain about the calls. This is the last game of the year. We need to focus, guys." Coach Looney really stressing offensively they need to demand their spots. They're scheming ways to get Dalton Hamas open. And defensively, Coach said we need to do a better job at helping each other out. Coach told his team, catch your breath. We've got a long game ahead of us, boys.
And he got himself open there, knocking down the 3.
Yeah, I mean, he also knocked down Finley while he was at it. I mean, I thought that could have been a charge, easy.
One way to get open.
But he is a tremendous shooter.
Wittes, the feed to Hudgens, and that's the first assist for the Bearcats in the last 8.5 minutes. 3-point game as we approach 6 minutes to go in the first half. Point Loma, the first team from the West region to play in the title game since 2012 when Western Washington won it as Beverly connects.
And you see this team time after time, whether it's Satterwhite, whether it's Beverly, can go into the post to either one of those guys. This team runs a great motion out, a great screen there.
Hawkins, offensive foul. Ben McCullum does not like that one.
Offensive foul.
Let's take a look at Dalton Hummus' three. It's great defense by Finley. Oh boy, I don't know about that one. Hudgens comes over and gets a hand up, but too late.
They're loving it back on campus in San Diego, and here's the offensive foul that was called. It was Tanner Nelson drawing the charge. Hawkins picks up his second. He stays on the floor with 5.5 to go in the first.
I don't know about that one. They need him. Now Welty's out. He's a great defender. They got two guys with 2 fouls, and he's a defensive player. I think he's got to come out.
Nelson 3. And there is Hawkins for the board.
You know, in this situation, you're Hawkins. You can control what you do on defense. You worry about getting a charge or something on offense.
It's amazing the Bearcats can play at this slow pace, yet average 82 points per game. And 5 times this year, they've scored 100 points in a game. Bernard lost it out of bounds.
That's what happens when you're the most efficient offensive team in the country. You turn the ball over 7 times. It's like they score, shoot 53% from the field. This team scored like every time down.
Ben McCollum spent 2 years as a player at Northwest Missouri State, a 51-12 record, native of Storm Lake, Iowa. Back-to-back turnovers for his team. Hummus, fadeaway, no, and Bernard is there for the rebound.
If you make Hummus shoot fadeaways from 16 feet, you've done a great job defensively, especially if you're 6'4", and he's 6'8".
Finley. And it's stolen away by Beverly. Bad pass there by Kirk Finley.
When you leave your feet, you can't pass the ball.
Turnover number 4 by the Bearcats. Remember, they average 7 a game.
Beverly wants him to throw it to the wing, and then he's posting up.
Beverly, baseline, lays it in.
Beverly.
Beverly at 22 in the quarterfinals against Queens. And the fans back on campus hoping for a national title. And this is the first lead for Point Loma since it was 4-2. Bernard, and he's fouled. Hummus commits the foul. Bernard will go to the line when we come back.
Point Loma, Northwest Missouri State. We got a great one going right now. 24-23.
Your living room is pretty great. It has your couch, your TV, your goldfish, your phone, and now your number 13. Get Jersey Mike's delivered straight to you with Uber Eats. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Team, bring it in. Bring it in. When I think of great champions, I think of Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. They cut down the nets year after year. Highest ranked in the nation for servicing 5 consecutive years, and 9 years as the #1 in primary mortgage origination. You could say all they do is win, 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 no matter what.
Push button, get mortgage. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
Jane, this is Jim from OnStar. I've contacted help, and they're on their way.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm going to stay with you until help arrives.
Thank you. Dear, it just came out of nowhere.
There's a reason we recommend you order your sub with the juice. It's good. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Could climate change bring back the woolly mammoth? 60 Minutes travels to Siberia to meet the scientist behind the idea.
That's amazing.
Sunday.
NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Championship presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is sponsored by Ritz. Life's rich. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Jersey Mike's Subs. Be a sub above. And by AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Back in Evansville, and it could be a historic day in multiple ways for Northwest Missouri State, looking for their second national title in the last 3 years. If they win, their 38 victories would tie a Division II record, which was set last year by Ferris State. And they would be just the 5th Division II team to complete an undefeated season with a national championship. It was 10 years ago, the last time, when Findlay did it in 2009. Northwest Missouri State, over the last 7 minutes and 40 seconds, only 1 field goal and 4 turnovers. As Bernard makes the first free throw.
Well, you got to give Point Loma a lot of credit playing that half-court defense. It's a packed-in defense, and they're not giving up any dribble penetration right now, which is always a key against a team like Northwest Missouri State, especially with those 2 guards that can go off the dribble.
First free throw missed today by the Bearcats. They're 7 out of 8. Meanwhile, Point Loma's only gone to the line 1 time here in the first.
Hawkins has 2 fouls. He can't foul Beverly.
Beverly has 8 points in the last 4 minutes after he was scoreless the first 12 and a half minutes.
Well, they really are destroying Northwest Missouri State in the paint right now. They have 18 points in there of their 26.
Hutchins back out. Wittes had those 2 early threes, drives in here and lays it off glass. A dozen for Joey Wittes.
Hamas that time needed to give a little help.
Beverly, great pass, wide open is Summers. And the rebound to Welty, who's back in with 2 fouls. So Ben McCullum has put Welty on the floor with 2, and he's kept Hawkins out there with 2. They have to be careful here in the final 2.5. Wittes behind the back, guarded by Summers. Good defense. Hamas comes over to help. Good trap there. Wittes. Welty could not catch it. And a backcourt violation.
Backcourt violation.
Well, you take a look at Dalton Hamas right here. He's got to give a little better help, and it looks like he's going to be able to stop Wittes' drive here, but he goes right through him. You got to move that foot over a little bit and stop the penetration.
Uncharacteristic play by the Bearcats here in the first half. 5 turnovers in the last 7 minutes. Hamas! And 1! Big-time jam for the player of the year in D2.
The personal foul. Northwest Missouri State number 1, Daniel Bernard.
Well, this is a great cut. Bernard has no idea where he is. Dalton Hamas takes him up high, which is the key move there, and then goes the other way to the basket. Great pass and a great finish.
And the 3-point play for Hamas, an 83% free throw shooter.
And interesting, Andrew, that Welty is back in the game with 2 fouls.
Replacing 12 McKenzie.
12-5 run for Point Loma. Hamas in double figures with 10 points. He's been in doubles every single game this year for the Sea Lions.
I don't know, you have 2 guys in the good pass there and a good cut. You got 2 guys in the game with 2 fouls this late in the half. I don't know.
Final 2 minutes of the first. Wittes, tough shot, and he gets it to go. Joey Wittes having a big first half. He has carried the Bearcats.
And you know, he's done it in different ways. He's made threes, he's made drives, he's posted up. He's doing a lot for the Bearcats right now.
He's got half their points with 14.
I think you got to go at Hawkins. Go to Satterway.
Right now it's Summers, guarded by Welty. And they're saying it's Bearcats basketball.
I'll tell you, Welty took a heck of a chance there, I'll tell you.
Coming up on AT&T at the half, Greg, Clark, and Seth will preview this weekend's regional final games to see whose ticket gets punched to the Final Four. Plus the latest tournament news all coming up on AT&T at the half. Wittes, nice find. Off-balance shot by Hudgens is an air ball.
What about the job they've done in this game on Trevor Hudgens?
Limited to just 7 points so far. And an illegal screen called on Ziggy Satterwhite. That's his first.
And the thing about Hudgens, he's only been able to take 4 shots in this game, and one of them was that flyer that he just tried, so really good job on him.
Back-to-back turnovers by Point Loma. They have 4 here in the half. 15-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Very even here in the first. Bernard, tough lay-in for the freshman out of St. Joseph, Missouri.
Great pass there and a terrific cut by Bernard.
And now the Sea Lions can hold for the final shot of the half. They used to be the Crusaders, but in 2004 changed their name to Sea Lions, a mythical lion of the sea. Rodriguez pass stolen.
Got plenty of time.
Mid-court. Over to Hawkins. Does he get it up? He does. And hits! At the buzzer!
And so we go to halftime.
And Northwest Missouri State goes into the locker room on a 7-0 run.
Boy, that was a big mistake by Point Loma, but give Ryan Hawkins credit. He knew exactly how much time was left. He gathered himself, and he didn't shoot a flyer. Good job by Ryan Hawkins.
That's the end of the first half, with Northwest Missouri State up by 4. Greg Gumbel after these messages.
You're not getting the score you deserve. Now you can. Raise your credit scores instantly. Only with Experian Boost. Free at Experian.com/boost.
Okay, got it. Got it. Cut.
Everybody leave the prop beer on the ground, please.
How's it going?
Oh, good.
It's taking over. There's no escape. You better get moving. Ready or not. It's about to go down. Here it comes now. Get ready. Get ready. Moving. Ready or not. Get ready.
Thanks for calling United Healthcare, Mrs. Murphy.
Hi, I need help getting an appointment with my podiatrist.
How's Wednesday at 2?
I can't. Dog agility.
Thursday at 10?
Sorry. Putonwaku.
Tuesday at 11?
Nope. Robot cage match.
How about the 28th at 3?
Done.
With United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, including the only plans with the AARP name, there's so much to take advantage of. From scheduling appointments to finding specialists, it's easier to get the care you need when you need it.
Monday, the neighborhood is going camping. Good for Calvin for being willing to rough it with us.
Let the roughing begin!
Then, they say age is just a number. Well, this one's really doing a number on him.
It's so emotional, I think I need to be alone.
New man with a plan after a new The Neighborhood, CBS Monday.
Can Bull protect 2 young girls from their own father?
I can't make you take my help. You just get me those kids.
An all-new Bull, CBS Monday.
Hi, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Clark and Seth join me to preview tonight's Elite Eight action after this.
If you got cut rate insurance, it might not pay for all this, so get Allstate. That's H-O-R-S. Hey, hey.
Are you in good hands?
Wondering how they harness a rattlesnake's bite to create Taco Bell's new rattlesnake fries? You can stop. It's just a metaphor. The nacho fries you love, loaded with marinated steak and creamy jalapeno sauce. New steak rattlesnake fries, only at Taco Bell.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
A tradition unlike any other. The Masters on CBS.
Get in the game with James Corden. Only Monday after Colbert.
This is AT&T at the half. AT&T, giving you more for your March Madness thing.
They are at halftime in Evansville, Indiana, and a back-and-forth first half has gone the way of Missouri State. Northwest Missouri State, the Bearcats lead it by a score of 33-29. Welcome to our New York studio. Greg Gumbel along with Clark Kellogg and Seth Davis. I want to ask you, as a former player, there's enough pressure on you when you go into a championship game. Add to that Northwest Missouri State is undefeated on the season. Is that double the pressure? Do you forget about it? I don't know how you can forget.
You know, it does create a little bit of additional pressure, but when you've won as much as they have and consistently as they have, then I think you feel good about your chances. You're really confident. They made threes. That was the difference in the first half. They made 4, and Point Loma only made 2. But the way Point Loma has stayed in the game is points in the paint. They've done a nice job. This young man right here, Player of the Year in Division II, Dalton Thomas, getting it done inside and then working the paint again. 20-14, the Sea Lions winning the game, points in the paint game. Here you see, look, backdoor cut. That's Hamas again, hoop and harm. But a late surge gave Northwest Missouri State that 4-point lead at halftime.
And seeing the way they play defense, you can see why they haven't lost all season long. Point Loma is the second best three-point shooting team in the country in D2 at 42%, 2 for 7 in the first half. But they're also not getting to the foul line. So right now it's 7-1 Northwest Missouri State in terms of free throws. So they're +6 on the foul line and +4 on the scoreboard. That's not a coincidence.
It's Northwest Missouri State, 33-29 over Point Loma at the break. We'll take a timeout and back with more AT&T at the half after a quick timeout.
This Thursday, your wish has been granted. The Big Bang Theory is all new.
What am I going to do with my other 2 wishes?
Then, when it comes to getting into college, young Sheldon's doing it the right way.
We got the PSAT results, perfect score.
With a brain like this,
colleges want to meet him.
No scamming to see here.
They might even pay you to get him.
It's time to celebrate with our boy genius.
My man.
When was the last time you washed your hands?
Don't miss a new Young Sheldon right after a new Big Bang Theory, CBS Thursday.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together, I feel like. I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, description, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
Coming up later today over on TBS, we're going to find out who's going to the Final Four. West Region Championship game, Texas Tech against Gonzaga. In the South Region, it's going to be Purdue against top seed in the South, Virginia. Seth, let's talk first about that Texas Tech-Gonzaga game. Who do you like?
I like Gonzaga. You know, obviously Texas Tech is a great defensive team, so there's a big question about how is Gonzaga going to score against that Texas Tech defense. To me, the more interesting question is how is Texas Tech going to score against Gonzaga's defense? Gonzaga's 13th in the country in defensive efficiency, and it's one of the rare teams that Texas Tech has faced all season where they have a bigger, deeper, more skilled front court. And so I think that Gonzaga's presence at the rim and on the defensive glass is going to be the difference. It's going to be a low-scoring, low-possession game. Gonzaga just efficient enough to get it done.
And I think it's all about Gonzaga playing fast and eating the glass, because those are the areas where they can excel, and that's where they can beat Texas Tech.
All right, meanwhile, Purdue and Virginia. Virginia has finally gotten rid of that whole thing about last season now and playing the kind of ball they're used to playing.
They're playing really well, and they've won a couple close games, but they've done it with the defense. That's what they've done all year long. But I think this game, really, when you talk about Virginia, it's about the A's. Kihei, as in Clark. Mamadou Diakite, as in Mamadou, and DeAndre Hunter. Those three guys are going to be the key because of what they bring in energy, offense, and defense. I know Kyle Guy and Ty Jerome are the primary focal points because they lead them in scoring, but those three guys, the A's, are going to be the determining factors in the game.
He thinks it's the A's. I think it's the Y, as in Kyle Guy. To get to the Final Four, you have to have your best players playing well. And this kid, who's one of the best outside shooters in all of college basketball, cannot throw the ball in the ocean right now. I think Purdue is a team of destiny. I think they have a great collective culture. I think they're going to be comfortable playing that slow-down style. And they are so good offensively, not only with Carson Edwards, the way Ryan Klein is shooting it, but the way they're using Matt Harms to set ball screens and the way that he's slipping and finishing at the rim. They have the ability to adjust constantly on the fly, even against a great defensive team like Virginia. I like the boys.
Deep shooting and depth for Purdue.
You spent all night studying your pronunciation, didn't you? We are one half away from a champion being crowned, but right now we send it over to our special contributor, Phil. Any predictions for the rest of this game?
Hey guys, I'm here with Inkstradamus, the game predicting octopus. He's going to tell us who's going to win, Team 1 or Team 2. Come on, buddy, who's it going to be, Team 1 or Team 2? Wow, I got the one octopus who doesn't watch sports. You know, I almost had your friend at Cuccinello's the other night, but instead I had the gnocchi.
AT&T would like to remind you that just okay is not okay, whether it's Phil's game analysis or wireless networks. Thanks for watching AT&T at the half.
A fantastic marching band, national champions, and a real delight. Freebird! Seeing here perform. Freebird! I don't think they're taking requests. Please play Freebird!
Every band knows it. They're dying to play it.
Just okay is not okay, whether it's announcers or wireless networks. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest test. Now with 5G evolution, the first step to 5G. More for your thing. That's our thing.
It's the ACM Awards with performances by Jason Aldean, Maren Morris, Brooks and Dunn, Brandy Carlisle, Dan and Shay, Luke Combs, Eric Church, Kelly Clarkson, Ashley McBride, Florida Georgia Line, Miranda Lambert, Dirks Bentley, and host Reba McEntire. The ACM Awards live from Las Vegas, CBS Sunday, April 7th.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Cool Bears all new with Amelia Clark, Zachary Levi, and Sandra Oh this week. Amelia Clark, Zachary Levi, and Sandra Oh this week.
NCAA Division II Men's Basketball Championship presented by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings. Get here for March Madness. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Push button, get mortgage. And by Samsung. Meet the next generation Galaxy S10.
Back in Evansville as we take a look at the Reese's first half stats. And in the last 2 minutes, Point Loma turned it over 3 straight times. It led to a 7-0 run by the Bearcats. As we welcome you back courtside with Steve Lapis, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll hear from Jenny Dell coming up. 2 All-Americans in this game, and so far it's been Joey Wittes outplaying Dalton Hamas.
Yeah, he's been terrific, and not only has he made a couple of threes, I think it's his ability to put the ball on the floor has really hurt Point Loma because he's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. We know he's a great three-point shooter, but he also has the ability to put it on the floor and get where he wants to get, which is big. Then you have Point Loma. They've been killing it in the paint. 20 of their 29 in there. They started out with Satterwhite, then it ended up with Beverly. They're going to keep throwing it in there early and often. They're a very good three-point shooting team, but they only make 7 a game.
Let's go over to Jenny Dell.
Well, I asked Coach McCollum how to stop the Ski Lions from scoring in the paint, and he laughed and he said, well, that's just what they do. He said they need to work on finding more quality shots and try to speed up Point Loma's offense. Speaking of Point Loma, Coach Looney told me that they're working on getting Hamas open. He only has 10 points so far, and offensively, he said we need to do a better job of moving the ball. Defensively, he said we need to put them in some compromising positions. Guys, he told his team to focus and enjoy this moment.
20 minutes to a championship. Point Loma begins the second half with the ball. They trail by 4.
How about they have Diego Bernard on Hamas right now? That's about 6 feet against 6 feet. Now, he's a tremendous defender, all-league defense, but that's a tough matchup.
Hawkins, the conference defensive player of the year, and he takes it away.
And you saw what Coach Looney was doing right away. They went to the paint again, that time Hawkins with a great defense.
That is now 4 straight turnovers by the Sea Lions going back to the end of the first half. Wittes calling for it with 7 on the shot clock. Drives in, off-balance shot is short. And the loose ball rebound. They go to the floor. Hawkins comes away with it. Taken away by Rodriguez.
I don't know why they don't have Welty on Hamas. He did a great job in the first half.
Beverly inside, and now 11 of Point Loma's 14 field goals have come in the paint.
First possession, Satterwhite. Second possession, Beverly's holding his hand.
Beverly's got 10 points. He has hit his last 5 shots.
Great defense.
Beverly got a hand on it, takes it away. Hands off Rodriguez, 3-on-2. Hamas. And count it. No! They do count it in the foul. Looked like an offensive foul at first.
I agree. I was totally confused by the referee. He pointed the other way. He gave a charge signal, then he called it good. That was a tough one on me, a little fake. He ran the fake on us that time.
I know. Usually by this time of the season, we're used to it all, but I totally had a false start there.
Well, one thing, I usually know exactly what they're calling by the signal, believe me.
It was the second foul on Wittes, and now Hamas with a chance for a 3-point play. Point Loma goes up by 1.
They are really taking away Hudgens' left hand, which is very smart by Rodriguez. And that time they let him go there.
And he bounces it to Bernard on the block, gets the bounce.
Bernard is a 6-foot guy who does most of his damage around the basket, it seems.
Bernard's sister, Deja, plays women's basketball at Drury. They were the #1 seed in the Division II women's basketball tournament. They lost in the semifinals, so it's been a big week for the Bernard family.
I got to be honest with you, I would post Hamas up every possession as long as Bernard is on. They tried it that time, Bernard fouled him.
Second foul on Bernard. He's given up 8 inches to Hamas, 6'8" against 6 feet.
And like I said, Welty did a very good job in the first half. Now, I know he has 2 fouls, but...
5-second call. Turnover number 7 by the Sea Lions. Ryan Looney in his 3rd year as the Point Loma head coach. He spent 7 years as the head coach at Seattle Pacific. Advanced to the regional final 3 times with Seattle Pacific and lost all 3. He said this season has extra special meaning for his family as Bernard hits from the outside.
I think he got upset because I said he did all this damage around the basket.
He's got a dozen now. That's his season average.
But he's denying Hamas the ball. Great defense. That could have been a charge.
Hamas gets it back and lays it in.
And Ben McCollum singing, there's got to be something there. Something.
15 points for the junior Hamas. Hawkins had it taken away. Satterwhite is right there. First 11 minutes of this game, we didn't have a turnover. And now in the last 13 minutes, the teams have combined for 16 turnovers. 8 apiece. Hudgens to a wide-open Welty. Usually makes those. Very dependable 3-point shooter. And now Rodriguez brings it up the floor. Point Loma, back-to-back 20-win seasons for the first time since the mid-'80s. Looney has done a tremendous job. Rodriguez, he'll drive right past Hudgens, knocks Wittes over. Wittes called for the foul. And that's the 3rd on Joey Wittes.
The personal foul on West Missouri State number 30, Troy Wittes, his 3rd personal, the team's 3rd.
I mean, if that's not a charge, then I don't know what a charge is.
There's a lot of fans wearing green that agree with you here.
That's a tough way to get your 3rd. You know, they got to take him out for a couple minutes.
Wittes scoreless this half.
They got to take him out.
And 2 fouls in the half.
He's got to come out for at least, I'd say, to the under 12, depending on what happens with that score. But he needs to come out. If he gets 4, he's out of here for 10 minutes.
Still out there.
And he's a driver, so you got to be careful.
Shot clock's at 3. Nelson been quiet so far, dribbles it out of bounds, and it'll be Northwest basketball when we come back. Things are heating up here in Evansville. A D2 champion will be crowned.
What happened to us? We used to gather in proud arenas. Now we're watching March Madness while stuck in work holes.
Loser.
Jerk. Or shoved in man caves. We've been left alone with a DVR replay while trying not to wake the baby. Enough! Let's make our Fanchesters proud and follow the tribe to B-dubs so we can fill our beers, crush all the wings, and pound every single game. You want madness? That's March Madness. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar!
Hey, we need the conference to end now.
Alan, is that you?
You know who it is.
What? Alan.
Yeah.
Reception.
That's the noise you're making with your mouth.
You need to enunciate. I can't hear you.
I know you can hear me. You owe me.
With XT4 technology, make your escape, whatever it takes. Rise above with XT4 and the uncompromising Cadillac SUVs.
So you're open all day, every day?
That's what 24/7 means, sugar.
Kind of like how you get 24/7 access to licensed agents with Geico. Yeah, you just go online, give them a call anytime.
You don't say.
Yep. Now, what will it take to get 24/7 access to that lemon meringue pie?
Pie's coming! That's what it takes, baby.
Geico. Great service from licensed agents 24/7.
And we have a shining star. What else would you expect? He's the champion.
It's a major move. The PGA Championship, now in May on CBS.
Well, Northwest Missouri State leads Point Loma by 2 points, but this half-court offense of Northwest Missouri State, #1 in the nation. Now, you take a look at Ryan Welty here in the corner. He sees all that opening in the lane. As soon as he throws the ball back to Hudgens, he's making a beeline for the basket, for the good pass, and he makes the layup. That's why you see this team. They move without the ball. They're terrific passers. #1 half-court offensive team in D2.
10 assists on 13 made field goals. Pep Band is here from Maryville, Missouri. And they're keeping Wittes in the game with 3 fouls, Coach.
Boy, I think that's a tough one. And I said as soon as he got that third that he needs to, if the problem is, if he gets a charge, he is going for 10 minutes to sit down without a question.
Ben McCullum has not gone to his bench much at all today. They've only played 6 minutes. 4 starters have gone the whole way, including Hudgens.
Good move by Hudgens that time. Get to his left hand.
9 points for the redshirt freshman out of Manhattan, Kansas. There's Beverly guarded by Wittes.
Great cut by Hamas.
Welty got a hand on it. Hamas recovers, could not finish, and a late whistle and a foul is called. And that's the 15th foul on the Bearcats this half, the 3rd on Hawkins.
Well, you take a look at Dalton Hummus right here. He's going to cut to the basket. They do a good job of finding him there. That's a tough one.
The Law is their battlefield. Don't miss the series premiere of The Code, Tuesday, April 9th, after NCIS. 17 points for Dalton Hamas. He has 7 of his 17 here in the second half. And less than 5 minutes in, we got a 2-point game. Rodriguez knocks it out. It'll stay with Northwest Missouri State. Ben McCullum does not sit down on the bench during games. A couple of years ago, one of his assistants said, every time you come and sit here, all you do is complain about the refs, about our team. Why don't you just stand up? And he's listened, keeps him in more of a positive frame of mind. He's got nobody to complain to when he's standing by himself.
Yeah, that's another way of saying his assistants don't want him near him, which is what mine used to tell me, too. They didn't want to be near me, believe me.
Beverly with the big block.
But I didn't stand up because I was listening to them. Believe me that, too.
Yeah, I got a feeling you weren't listening.
I'll tell you, Diego Bernard, that's good defense, but you know, you never know. You can get a charge there, a block in a second.
And a block is called again on Northwest Missouri State. Here's the Beverly block on the other end, swatting Bernard. And then the 6th team foul is called on the Bearcats. No fouls this half on Point Loma.
And the first half, we didn't have a whole lot of whistles. We got a bunch going on now.
The 5th team foul on the Bearcats. So 5-0 in the foul department this half. As Beverly misses the first free throw, he has really struggled from the line, especially in the NCAA tournament, shooting below 50% and just 60% on the season. Transfer from Montana State Billings. Misses both.
Yeah, he's not a good free throw shooter.
He was 4 of 10 Thursday night against Southern Indiana. Wittes on the attack, and a foul is called on the floor before the shot.
Wittes is really good at going to the basket. Not just a catch and shoot guy.
First foul of the half on the Sea Lions, and the second personal on Beverly. Thomas and Wittes, 2 All-Americans, right on top of each other in the middle of that scrum. And they immediately call a foul on Hamas. And he's saying, what did I do? That's his second.
You take a look right here.
Wittes right at Hamas again. And a foul is called on Hamas, his third.
Number 34, Dalton Hamas, his third personal, the team's third. 2 free throws.
I just don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see a foul.
He's saying he used his elbow.
I mean, I'm flabbergasted. Now, this kid's got 3. He's got to come out, and he is coming out.
Look how hot Ryan Mooney is. 2 fouls on Hamas in 7 seconds. And 3 fouls this trip on Point Loma. And he will come out with 14-17 to go.
I think that's a good move. I will tell you this. If this thing goes up to 7, he'll be back in. But I agree, take him out and try and see what happens for the next couple of minutes.
So the D2 Player of the Year sits with his team down by 4.
They got to get it inside. That's their game. Satterweight in the lane.
Nelson 3 is well short. Satterweight could not track down the offensive board.
And he could have thrown that inside. They're getting away from the paint a little bit now.
Wittes had an open look, instead passes. Bernard out to Hawkins, he'll launch. Satterweight on his back, and he gets the rebound. And they're going to say a tie-up with the possession arrow favoring Northwest. How about this rebound by Satterweight?
Snatched it from the floor.
3rd team all-conference. And Bernard will inbound.
I think Point Loma has to start going back into the paint like they did earlier. First 2 possessions of the half, they went into Satterweight and Beverly. They got to go back to doing that, especially with their best 3-point shooter on the bench.
Hudgens surveying the scene. Now he'll drive in. A lot of contact, and a blocking foul is called. That's going to go on Brock McKenzie, the freshman.
The personal foul, Point Loma, number 12, Brock McKenzie.
Well, he goes to his left hand. He's really tough. That is definitely a blocking foul.
2 free throws.
He slid.
Missouri State.
So Hudgens will shoot 2. He's 2 of 2 from the line today. And for the NCAA tournament, he's 23 out of 25. Earlier this year, he made 36 straight free throws, which was a school record. Tremendous redshirt freshman. Last year, he redshirted because the point guard for the Bearcats, Justin Pitts, is one of the best players in school history. He's now currently playing professionally in Spain. But Trevor telling us earlier this week just how important it was to learn against Pitts in practice every day. Even though he couldn't play in the games, he would go one-on-one with Pitts in practice. Said he taught me all the small things, especially defensively. I asked him a lot of questions, and it certainly paid off. Hudgens is a tremendous freshman, conference freshman of the year.
This is a good move because Witters has 3 fouls. You got to take him.
Beverly turnaround off the glass for 2.
Just keep going in there, going in. Whoever Witters is guarding in the low post, whether it's Satterway or Beverly, just go at him.
6 straight field goals made by Preston Beverly.
Got to keep this kid away from that left hand.
Shot clock at 5. Wittes tied up inside. Oh, and they call a foul. That looked like a tie-up.
You know what? Beverly stuck that arm in when he really didn't have to. They had him right there, bottled up. He was going nowhere, and Beverly allows himself to have a foul call when he does that. Didn't need to do that.
But they called it on Summers.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's...
My reffing is rule off today for some reason.
Point Loma's been called for 5 fouls in the last 1 minute and 47 seconds. Wittes deep 3 won't go, but Hawkins tracks it down. 9th rebound today for Ryan Hawkins. Only has 3 points, but he's made a difference on the glass.
I'll tell you, the pace of this game has not been a surprise. These are 2 of the slowest playing teams in Division II.
Wittes with those 3 fouls could not connect. Satterway with the rebound inside. 1 possession game inside 12 to go.
Pretty simple what they should do.
And Bernard called for the foul. That's team foul number 6 on the Bearcats. Timeout. 3-point game on CBS.
Michael, you can do anything you want. Why this?
I don't want to be stuck behind a desk.
But out on your own?
I won't be alone. I'll be a part of a team, making an impact.
Great job.
So what do you say, Mom?
You guys want to get Subway?
I'm in.
Dude, Subway has delivery.
Oh, cool.
Check it out. I'm a hoop, and I'm 18 inches of nope.
Rick!
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident.
You guys are terrible.
Are you in good hands?
Boom! Another alert from Capital One's little robot banker, Eno. Come on, man.
What are you doing?
Man, I love alerts. Alert! End of half. Alert! Jalapeno peppers. Alert! I just made 2 identical purchases at alhorns.com. Alert! It's true, because I love to...
You've got to stop.
Alert! No, I don't. Alert!
Sweet and smoky. How did Subway know it's what I wanted?
That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Back in Evansville with our game summary. As you see, points in the paint continue to pile up for Point Loma. 28 of their 40 points have come inside. And Dalton Hamas is back on the floor with 3 fouls.
And I think that's a good move for Coach Looney right now. He got to the under 12. He's down 3. He's only got 3. Doesn't have 4. Bring him back in.
He sat for 2.5 minutes when he went out. They were down by 4. He comes back in. They're down by 3.
I think that's good coaching.
And a travel. And a turnover by Point Loma. That's their 10th today.
And the reason why Satterway traveled there was because he was trying to get it to Hamas, and Finley did a great job of denying Hamas the ball. Satterway travels.
Hutchins bounces it. Finley inside. Hands off. Hawkins missed it. And the rebound to Beverly. Let's check in with Jenny Dell.
Coach McCollum telling his guys, get their spacing right. He also said, pass it around a bit. There's no rush, no need to make shots right away. Guys, the players telling each other to keep up intensity.
Yeah, I mean, patience is a virtue. That's how they play.
Beverly's made 6 in a row. And that streak stops there. Out of bounds to Northwest Missouri State.
Yeah, he forced that one. That's one, and you know, Beverly and Satterway are very good passers. We talked about this earlier. They're #1 in the nation in scoring points after a pass into the post when it's passed out. So kicking it out of the post is a big part of their offense.
Wittes over to Hutchins. Back out Wittes. He'll take a deep 3. Rebound to Welty. Missed the putback. The tip and 1. It's Hawkins.
Great work on the glass against a team that's one of the best rebounding teams in the nation.
Last 3 games in the NCAA tournament, Hawkins has averaged 10 rebounds per game. And he just got his 10th rebound today. And he finishes off the 3-point play. You look at this Northwest Missouri State team. Hawkins is a sophomore. Hutchins and Bernard, freshmen. They're going to be good for the next couple of years.
I think they got to get Hamas in the low post or Beverly.
Here's Beverly. Over to Hamas. Back to Beverly. Those 2 having a catch. Hamas will take a 3. And the ball is corralled by Wittes.
I got to say, they've had an undersized guy on Hamas all day, and they've made it very difficult for him. He cannot get a clean look. 1 3-point shot in the whole game. That is part of the game plan, and they're doing it.
Midway through the second half of the Division II National Championship game here on CBS. 5 to shoot. Hutchins at the free throw line. Lost it. Has to put it up. And he does at the horn. They're going to check to make sure that was not a shot clock violation.
I think he got it off, but they're allowed to look at shot clock violations when the basket is made.
Previous play is under further.
Oh, yeah.
I think he did, and this will give Northwest Missouri State its largest lead of the game. Up by 8, 9:41 to go.
Give Northwest Missouri State their credit. Their half-court defense has been really good in this second half. Yeah, I think he got it off.
They can look because the basket is good, like you said, Coach. They're still looking, though.
Yeah, I think that's a good rule. You don't want to look at every shot clock violation, but when the ball goes in, you need to look at it. I think he just barely got it off, but I think it's good.
Northwest Missouri State trying to become just the 5th Division II team to complete a perfect season and punctuate it with the D2 title. Hasn't happened in 10 years. When Finley did it in 2009, also Fort Hays State in '96, CSU Bakersfield in '93, and Evansville did it back in 1965. Been a Great turnout this week here in Evansville, boosted by the fact that Southern Indiana, which is located here in Evansville, made the Elite Eight, losing to Point Loma on Thursday night. At this point, they got to make a call.
It's a long look.
Come on.
And they called it good on the court, so if they're not sure, it's good. Let's go. It was good.
And now they apparently are looking to see if there was an elbow as well inside. And the official that came over to us said we're just looking for a shot clock violation. And now we're being told that inside they're looking.
No, I didn't see anything there. Wow. They're looking at something.
Yeah, we can talk. Yeah.
All right, Gene's territory. We hear you back in New York. What do you see here?
You know, guys, I keep rewinding to try to look for an elbow or something like that. I don't see anything, and my only assumption after that then would be that they were possibly looking to adjust the clock. But looking at the multiple replays, I really can't find anything there that they would be looking at, you know, as it relates to a flagrant one or something like that either.
Yeah, I mean,
we're with you.
Totally. And I think it was good. Gene, do you think it was good, the basket?
Yeah, I think the basket was good. Now, you know, they could review back to a previous play, maybe on the other side of the court, because it hasn't fallen into the 2 dead ball sequence. So if they have something they think they needed to look at on the other end, they could have done that.
We were also reviewing a potential hook and hold on the last possession on a rebounding play.
You're right, Gene, 100%.
We have no incidental contact, no flagrant one foul.
They were looking, Gene, at a hook and hold a play ago. So you're right about the dead ball situation. They were looking at it from the play before.
This was the play they were looking at, and they determined there was no foul.
Right there. You see it. Yes, they let go. Yep.
And the basket is good after reviewing the potential shot clock violation, so it's an 8-2 run. Point Loma scoreless in the last 3 minutes and 39 seconds, and now they stare at their largest deficit of the game. It's 8 points.
We talked in the open, Andrew, about the Northwest Missouri State defense. It's really, really great in the half court.
Rodriguez gets it in. Caden Anderson goes up and scores. First points of the game for the freshman.
I'll tell you, this team in the paint, it's like old-fashioned basketball, as if there's no three-point line with these guys. Everything is going inside.
.28 points in the paint for Point Loma. They had 38 in the paint in the semis Thursday against Southern Indiana. Once again, Bearcats using a lot of shot clock. Hawkins nearly lost it, gets it back, throws it up, and the rebound is grabbed out of the air by Tanner Nelson. Hamas calling for it, guarded by the smaller Finley.
But look how far Finley pushed him out. He started out closer than that.
And a foul is called, and they're going to get Finley. And that's the 7th team foul on the Bearcats, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for an excellent free throw shooter in Dalton Hamas. Hamas with 17 points tonight, and he's 4 of 4 from the free throw line.
Shooting the free throws, number 34, Dalton Hamas.
In 5 NCAA tournament games, he's averaged 23 points per game. Coke is introducing new Orange Vanilla Coke, their first new taste in 12 years. And the lead is down to 4. This half, Hamas is outscoring Wittes 9-2 after Wittes got the best of Hamas back in the first half.
Point Loma's defense has definitely picked it up in the half court.
Here's Wittes. And we have a whistle before the shot, and Wittes grabbing his left hip. That's where he suffered the injury on Wednesday in the quarterfinals. Has looked pretty smooth today, but we did see him grab his hip there.
Yeah, that's too much contact. That is definitely a foul.
And right after that, he grabbed his hip. And a 1-and-1 now for Joey Wittes. This is the injury that Wittes suffered in the quarterfinals on Wednesday against Mercyhurst. Going to the ground hard. And he has spent a lot of time with the Northwest Missouri State training staff since that injury.
Trying to post him up again with Finley. Finley's got to be careful because this kid can shoot fouls.
That's a long two. And he doesn't get the bounce. And out of bounds. They're saying Hawkins could not save it.
That's good defense. He's not comfortable shooting these balls. Finley is really all up in him.
8 minutes to go. And it's still Northwest Missouri State on top, trying to finish off an undefeated season.
So recently, my son's band was signed by a record label. A record deal? Unbelievable. Whenever we're about to get on a stage for a huge audience, I always give my dad like a FaceTime kind of moment. You see the crowd, you see the emotion. You know, he has that experience for the first time with me, and it's really important to me. I created a rock star.
The best network is even better when you share it. Buy the latest iPhone for you and get iPhone XR on us for someone else. And get Apple Music on us too, only on Verizon.
Taco Bell invites you to a world where you'll find all your Taco Bell favorites in one amazing $5 box. The $5 Chalupa Cravings box from Taco Bell's new Cravings Value menu. Value beyond belief.
You're not getting the score you deserve. Now you can. Raise your credit scores instantly. Only with Experian Boost. Free at Experian.com/boost.
My experience with USA Air has been excellent. They really appreciate the military family, and it really shows.
With all that USAA offers, why go with anybody else? We know their rates are good. We know that they're always going to take care of us.
It was an instant savings, and I should have changed a long time ago.
It was funny because when we would call another insurance company, they would say, oh, we can't be USAA.
We're the Weber family.
We're the Tennies.
We're the Hells, and we're USAA members for life.
Get your USAA auto insurance quote today.
Adam, let him out.
We'll pick this up tomorrow morning. That's a wrap, folks.
I dream of reaching my highest peak.
I dream of soaring.
I dream of getting my Taco Bell delivered. Like, to my house. Hey, thank you. No problem.
Taco Bell delivery. Delivered by Grubhub.
CBS Sunday. They're going undercover to uncover the truth.
The name's Singh. Rakesh Singh.
New God Friended Me. CBS Sunday.
10 years ago, Findlay of Ohio sitting at 35-0 in overtime against Cal Poly Pomona, and Tyler Evans, the game winner at the buzzer. And it was Findlay going a perfect 36-0, the last Division II team to go undefeated. There's the first and only 4 to do it, but Northwest Missouri State 8 minutes away from adding their name to the list. The last undefeated champion in Division I, Indiana, 1976, and in Division III, 98 was the last time we saw it happen.
And that kid on Finley, wasn't that his only basket of the game?
Only basket of the game.
Talk about one basket that you'll never forget.
With our director, Mark Grant, producer, Jonathan Siegel, statistician, Ethan Cooperson, our entire crew, we thank you for joining us on CBS for the Division II National Championship game. And Dalton Hamas is going back to the free throw line as Welty picks up his third.
You know, both these teams are very good free throw shooting teams, especially Northwest Missouri State. But you put this kid at the line.
What a journey it's been for Dalton Hamas. He was a point guard in high school, tore his ACL his junior year, and tore it again his senior year. So he didn't play basketball for 2 years, and colleges backed off because of the knee trouble. He ended up walking on at Western Washington. He redshirted his first year as he continued to rehab, and during his rehab, he grew 8 inches from a 6-foot point guard to a 6'8" forward. 2 years at Western Washington before transferring here to Point Loma. Welty for 3. It's good!
Ryan Welty, 3-point.
7-point game, 7.5 to go. Thomas almost leaned into Welty there. He's thinking about a 3. Now he'll take it. Has not been able to get it going from the outside, and the rebound corralled by Hudgens. Thomas is 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. Hard to come back against this Bearcats team since they use so much clock. Good defensive play by Rodriguez. A scramble for it. Shot clock's at 2. Wittes, deep 3. Banks it in!
Joey Wittes.
Whoa!
3 points.
Joey with the 3. Wow. His first field goal of the half.
Thank you. Oh, Chuck, what is that?
He's my bracket buddy.
Your bracket Woody?
He's my bracket buddy. He's my good luck charm for March Madness.
It's a parrot.
He's got a name, Larry Bird. He's gonna keep my bracket unbusted.
Hey,
guys.
Larry Legend. Hey, who's that?
My bracket buddy, Charles Barkley. Awkward. Zip it, Larry Bird. Not you, Larry Bird.
Your living room is pretty great. It has your couch, your TV, your goldfish, your phone, and now your number 13. Get Jersey Mike's delivered straight to you with Uber Eats. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Hi, Mrs. Gorman. Hey, Theo.
I have the stolen vehicle in sight. OnStar, it's safe to slow it down.
Mr. Grantham, this is OnStar. The police have your vehicle.
Thank you so much.
I'm head coach Jay Wright, and this is the Lowe's Do It Right playbook. Why don't you break down this kid's technique for us, Matt?
Sure thing, Jay. Lawn care is all about the fundamentals. See how he starts the trimmer low, then cuts up and inward? That stops that shrub from casting a shadow on its bottom leaves. He is trimming at a high level, and he knows it.
If there was a scholarship for landscaping, I'd sign this guy yesterday.
Craftsman Outdoor Power Equipment is now at Lowe's. Shop now and save on this gas mower.
Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
There's a reason we recommend you order your sub with the juice. It's good. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
You still love her, don't you?
I want to know if she's been telling you the truth.
I'm ready to tell you.
The Magnum PI season finale, Monday on CBS.
And the Division I tournament, the Elite Eight, this weekend, tomorrow on CBS 2:20, Auburn against Kentucky, followed by Duke and Michigan State. What do you got, Coach?
Well, Trevor Hudgens does a great job of getting in the lane and drawing the defense. They kick it out to Joey Wittes, the best player, but guess what? He sees his teammate is wide open. He throws it to him, and Ryan Welty is ready to knock this down. Good offense.
And a guy who knows a thing or two about basketball, Dan Dickau, tremendous guard at Gonzaga, doing the national radio broadcast. There he is. And his Gonzaga Bulldogs take on Texas Tech later tonight. Ryan Looney, the Point Loma head coach, grew up in Spokane. He was a big Gonzaga fan. He said that when he was a kid, they couldn't give the tickets away. Now you can't get them in Spokane. After the Point Loma timeout, Beverly trying to go to work, and he does, cutting it down to 8. Let's check in with Jenny Dell.
Yeah, Coach Looney telling his players that there's Bearcat players that have practically played this entire game. He said, wear them down. He said, we have 6.5 minutes left. Play as hard as you possibly can. Stay poised. Focus on one possession at a time, guys. And he did focus on getting the ball inside that time.
Bernard kicks it out. Wide open Hawkins. And he missed it.
That's a pretty good look from a really good three-point shooter.
Jenny just mentioned it, but there's not been a lot from either team's bench today. In fact, Northwest's 3 starters of their 5 have played the entire game. Rodriguez gets it back.
Great closeout on Hamas.
And he launches for 3. It's short. Rodriguez offensive board. In the corner, Okonin, no. And in the corner, Hawkins lets it go out of bounds. So a couple of good looks there for Point Loma. They only have 2 3-pointers today. They're 2 for 12.
You know, you can look at Hamas. He has 21 points in this game, but I think the defense by Northwest Missouri State on him has been spectacular because he only has 1 3-point shot. They took away, so far, the main part of his game and making him do something else. He's a good player, so he's able to do something else, but not the stuff that really kills you.
Sea Lions 0 for 5 this half from deep. Winnis again. He's got 24 points. That's his 4th 3.
Now this kid has really shown us a wide array of things that he can do.
Final 5 minutes in Evansville. Hamas. And that's good. It stops a streak where he had missed 4 consecutive shots.
Tough shot. He got a lot of lift on that one. You could see when he let it go, Andrew. From our perspective, I knew that one was going to go in. Other ones have been short. He had lift on that one.
Bernard wasting no time, and Satterwhite got a hand on it. 8-point game.
I think they need to play a little bit faster now. Down 8. See what you can get in transition. Welty all over Hamas.
Beverly driving. Beverly off glass. No, too strong. Hawkins with his 11th rebound.
Yeah, that was not a good set by Point Loma.
Point Loma, 2 timeouts remaining. Northwest Missouri State has 3. And this is the problem trying to come back against this team. They're going to take that shot clock down.
I think it's a little early to do this. I don't mind them taking the shot clock down, but trying to score the wide. Right now, they're just standing outside. See, I don't like this offense.
Hudgens 3 won't go. Halfway down and out.
Why play offense for 5 seconds? Play offense for the whole shot clock, but take your time.
Welty right on Hamas again. He feeds Beverly. 3.5 to go.
Willis doing a great job.
Beverly turnaround and he's fouled with 3:20 on the clock. Can Point Loma come back, or will Northwest win its 2nd title in the last 3 years?
Because winning the next game starts at the end of this one. Recover better with Core Power, the official protein drink of March Madness.
No matter how often I clean my litter box, it still smelled. But now I use Arm & Hammer Clump & Seal. It absorbs, seals, and destroys odor on contact. Thanks to Clump & Seal, litter box odor is no longer an issue. Arm & Hammer, more power to you.
Team, bring it in. Bring it in. When I think of great champions, I think of Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. They cut down the nets year after year. Highest ranked in the nation for servicing 5 consecutive years, and 9 years as the #1 in primary mortgage origination. You could say all they do is win, 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 no matter what.
Push button, get mortgage. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
Everybody knows Enterprise picks you up. But can they solve all my transportation needs? Spoiler alert, they can.
You can buy from Enterprise Car Sales.
Sold. Car sharing. That's alarmingly sensible.
We even rent exotics.
That's good, because sometimes Mama wants to drive like a mother. Big trucks are kind of my jam. You guys make me feel so special.
Like a princess?
Exactly.
Rent, buy, or share. How can Enterprise pick you up today?
This April, the law is their battlefield. The Code series premiere, CBS April 9th.
A look at our game reset. Northwest leads by 8. Possession arrow favors Point Loma. Joey Wittes just picked up his 4th foul, but he has 24 today for the Bearcats.
Well, he's been terrific in this game, showing his whole range of things that he can do. Shooting through, obviously he threw up a flyer there that he banked it, but shooting threes, getting in the lane, getting to the free throw line. This kid can do a lot of good things.
He scored 8 points in the last 5 minutes. And now it's Beverly at the free throw line. And as we mentioned earlier, he has really struggled at the free throw line on the season, especially of late. 4 of 10 on Thursday night, 0 for 2 today.
I can see keeping Wittes in because they're going to go on offense now, but you have to really think about getting this guy out if there's a dead ball when they're on defense. This kid has really struggled from the line.
1 out of 4 today for the senior Beverly. It's a 7-point game with 3:20 to go.
The one thing Wittes can't do is get a charging call.
He's got the ball here, guarded by Beverly. Wittes finds Hawkins for 3. And the rebound to Hamas.
I would go right at Wittes. He's guarding Beverly, who's a post player. Get him down on the box, not out there. There he is. Now they switched it.
Hawkins now guarding Beverly. And Hudgens gets a hand on it to knock it out of bounds. Shot clock at 13.
I think it's a good time. I think get Wittes out of here for this possession. They're going to go right into Satterwhite. I don't know why they're not showing it that Wittes is guarding Satterwhite.
Shot clock's at 5. Hamas leans into a deep 3. Tried to bank it in, no good. Tipped around, Beverly grabs it. 2:30 to play. Ryan Looney calling out a play from the Point Loma bench. Hamas guarded by Wittes, over to Rodriguez, had an open 3, now takes a contested one, misses it. Satterwhite the offensive board, and a foul is called on Northwest with 2:13 to go.
Northwest Missouri State has done a great job the whole game of playing them even on the glass, but this possession here, Point Loma showing why they're one of the best rebounding teams in the country, really getting on the offensive backboards.
This trip has taken 50 seconds for Point Loma, and Satterwhite misses the free throw. Point Loma is 9 of 14 from the free throw line today. Keep in mind, Northwest Missouri State as a team shoots 78% from the free throw line, and in the NCAA tournament, they've shot 86%. So they're a tough team to send to the line.
And the best thing is to have a point guard like this who made 36 in a row at one point. Now, I would definitely hold it out. At this point, up 7, 2 minutes to go. Now you pull it out. And run the pick and roll with this kid at the end of the shot clock, like right now.
Wittes, jumper, too strong, and the rebound grabbed by Rodriguez. He wants a timeout. Stopping the clock with 1:42 to go. That leaves Point Loma with 1 timeout the rest of the way.
I know that was a tough loss, but you have to take your hands off your head.
Classic surrender cobra. Good thing I ordered Wendy's.
It does look like a cobra.
Okay, Lisa. I've got a delicious sauce and bacon cheeseburger, a barbecue cheeseburger, and peppercorn mushroom.
Download our app now and get Wendy's made-to-crave cheeseburgers delivered.
In the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds, only 1 point has been scored. And what's interesting down the stretch, Steve, is that These teams are so good, they haven't played in a lot of close games this year. In fact, both teams have played in only 3 games decided by 3 points or less. Both teams undefeated. Obviously, Bearcats undefeated on the year. But now in crunch time, let's see how they perform.
That's a great point, Andrew, and you're not used to being in these situations. It's not the same as practice. This is a championship game. You got to think they're going to go inside Point Loma.
They get it to Hamas. And a foul called on Ryan Welty. That'll stop the clock and send Hamas to the free throw line, where he's 8 of 8 today. 4th foul on Welty.
I think in this situation, you got to start guarding him a little bit different. I'm not saying give him the 3, but you don't want to put this kid at the line. That's a double whammy. You put him at the line, he makes 2, and the clock stops. At least get the clock to keep going.
Hamas is 9 of 9 from the line, and the rest of his teammates are a combined 1 for 7.
They don't have to foul. They just got to play solid defense now. And you know it's going to be a pick and roll of some kind, and you got to keep Hudgens from going left.
Wittes. Now Hawkins drives in, and he connects. Ryan Hawkins with a clutch bucket.
Good patient offense there.
Offensive foul called on Hamas. Take another look.
No way. I mean, that's a tough call. Wow. And now Point Loma has to foul. You're down 7. If you let the clock go, there's only 33 seconds left and you're down 7. You can't do that. You got to foul.
And with 1:03 to go, Ryan Looney takes Hamas out with 4 fouls. For the defensive possession, I get, but there's only a minute to go.
But they're going to foul. I mean, the clock's going to stop right now, or at least it should. You can't let these guys play this out. Now, obviously, Hudgens is a tremendous free throw shooter and with us, but you still have to foul. I don't understand this. You're going to leave yourself down 7 at least?
If you're going to take Hamas out, then you got to foul.
Got to foul.
Hudgens missed it, and now you don't have Hamas on the offensive end, who's the Division II Player of the Year.
Yeah, I don't like that move at all.
Rodriguez to the ground, out of bounds. It'll stay with Point Loma, and now Hamas will come back in with 30 seconds to go.
And why wouldn't they use their last timeout there to get him into the game? You got 1 timeout left. You got to get him back in the game.
And now they call their final timeout with 30.8 to go.
I can't believe it.
What? That those guys got tournament seats on top of the back room?
You got nothing. No, not that. I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on our car insurance with Geico.
He's not gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. He's gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. You don't want someone.
Yeah, in his head.
He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Point Loma has called its final timeout. They trail by 7. It is their ball, and if there is a tie-up, the possession arrow also favors the Sea Lions. And what are they looking for here, Coach?
You know, obviously, they'd like to get a 3, but that hasn't been really there the whole game. So get it inside and get a quick 2 out of it. You have no timeouts left. Set up your pressure and foul, which I thought they should have done 30 seconds ago, to be honest with you. I mean, look, put it this way. They were down 7 with a minute to go. Now they're down 7 with 30 seconds to go. They lost 30 seconds.
They've only hit 3 threes today. They're 3 out of 15 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I mean, ideally right now, yeah, if they can get a 3, better, or a good 3. But otherwise, a quick 2 will do the trick. And then foul and hope these guys that shoot 79% as a team miss. But you saw what they did the last possession, Andrew. Wittes and Hudgens were the only guys handling the ball that whole possession.
Yeah. And Wittes 85% from the line. Hudgens 83% on the season. Point Loma has missed 9 of its last 10 3-point shot attempts. They added a few tenths. It's now 31.2 to go.
They're going to run a screen in for Satterwhite and try to throw it to him in the block after he sets the screen. That's what it looks like to me.
Nelson couldn't get it to Hamas. Now Rodriguez, he'll launch for 3. No good. Satterwhite is grabbing his left ankle. And a foul is called on the rebound. And this one's going to go on Northwest Missouri State. Satterwhite's in some pain.
They didn't take a good shot there.
They call it on Satterwhite. It looked like the foul was on the Bearcats.
Watch Satterwhite there. I mean, is that a foul?
How is that a foul?
I don't know.
And he got hurt. He's going to stay in the game.
1 and the bonus. Point, Northwest Missouri.
So Satterwhite is called for the foul. It sends Hawkins to the free throw line. He's only 92% on the season. This is an excellent free throw shooting team. Today, Northwest Missouri State is 13 of 15. And in the NCAA tournament, they've shot 86%.
I mean, this kid's missed 5 free throws all year. 63 out of 68. But I didn't see the foul. Did you?
No.
I don't want to make it seem like I'm the only one who's like, you got to join the party. Oh, he missed.
Wow.
Get it quick.
Some hope for Point Loma.
Don't foul.
Hamas for 3. Short. Bernard.
They got a foul
gets
right
the
away.
rebound. And there's the foul. And they can start to taste it on the Bearcat side.
The personal foul. Point Loma, number 1. Personal personal on the team's 10-16 was every common foul for the rest of the game.
I mean, undefeated is undefeated. That's some, it's not over yet, but that will be some accomplishment. Now you just don't want to foul.
Bernard 2 for 2. 13 seconds to go. Rodriguez able to score, stopping the clock with 8 seconds left. Wittes to Hawkins and a foul by Satterwhite with 7.5 to play.
The personal foul, Point Loma, number 23.
Ben McCullum is about to go over the last 3 years 105. 100 wins, 5 losses, on the verge of his 2nd national title in the last 3 years. He's a guy, there's 2 shots, that was reluctant to get into coaching, had a job lined up in banking. But he told us yesterday, I felt like my objective in life was to make a difference in someone's life. Couldn't do that in banking. So he decided to coach. Now his 10th season as head coach and about to win his 2nd national title.
What a job he's done. Tremendous coach.
Rodriguez all the way for 2.
Josh Rodriguez.
They get it in. And a foul with .9.
Why would you foul in that situation?
Personal foul. Loma, number 20.
The game is over.
This first personal.
I don't know why you would even do that.
Point Loma with a great year. 31 wins all the way to the national championship game. Ryan Looney in just his 3rd season.
Hawkins might miss as many foul shots today as he missed all year.
Not just today, in the last minute.
Yeah.
And Northwest Missouri State wins its 2nd title in the last 3 years.
Congratulations to the 2019 NCAA
A perfect season. 38-0. Just the 5th team to go undefeated in Division II.
What a terrific team they are. Both ends. Their defense really took them to this title here in the Elite Eight.
The 38 victories tie the Division II record for most wins in a season. It was set last year by the national champion Ferris State, matched by Northwest Missouri State, and Jenny is with Ben McCullum.
All right, Coach, second national title in 3 years. Can you put into words what this moment means to you?
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, it's these kids, you know, early in the season we had lost so many starters. Felt like they were doubted, and they played with a chip on their shoulder all season. And to go undefeated, to starting 2 freshmen and a sophomore, is unreal. I mean, these kids are awesome, and it's all them. It's all them. I just get to enjoy it.
You mentioned it right there. You are only the 5th Division II program to ever go undefeated. Did you envision this at the start of the year?
No, especially after our first scrimmage. We were so bad in that one. Then all of a sudden we turned it around, started playing more guards, and you know, the rest is history.
Who would you like to dedicate this season and this victory to?
Well, not dedicated, but I would like to say hi to my grandma Bennis, who watches every single game, and she probably was stressed out at this one.
Congratulations, Coach. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
Grandma smiling right now as Northwest Missouri State wins 64-58. Tonight on CBS begins with Ransom, followed by $1 Million Mile, and then an all-new edition of 48 Hours. For Steve Lapis, Jenny Dell, and our entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long from Evansville, Indiana. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports.